It's Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Gigi McGuire.
I'm L'Oreal.
And we're having a very educational lip service today.
Ew.
We have Venus Cuff here with us.
Hello.
Hi.
Venus is a dominatrix.
Yes.
And we've been learning a lot about this. We did our research. Mm-hmm. And you actually own a dungeon. Mm-hmm. So explain to us what goes on in the dungeon. Because look, everybody thinks the 50 Shades of Grey, and I feel like that's pretty tame compared to the type of things that can really go down. So talk to us about what it means for you to be a dominatrix, and what type of people are requesting your services.
50 Shades is nothing like what things are really like. They did not capture, in essence, what we're all about as a community. Because there actually is a community of us that kind of do this on a regular basis. This is our lifestyle. This is like, I have 42 submissives, and I can call them any time of the day. I need to drive here. One of them gave me a ride.
That's dope.
I call him my cab. Take me to hair appointments, take me to get my nails done. Sometimes they pay rent. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they give me a massage when I need. It's more of a lifestyle, and it's more of an everyday thing. 50 Shades is kind of unrealistic in the way they kind of met each other at work, and he's like a gazillionaire and she's like poor, and then they kind of, there's like a red room in the back of his like a house somewhere. The whole thing is just like bizarre as fuck. Like we were all like looking at 50 Shades like, dude, what the fuck is this?
Like, some bullshit.
It's bullshit. Yeah. It's such bullshit.
Right. So, all right. So explain to me, how can somebody like get involved in this lifestyle? How did you get started as a dom?
Yikes. So
it's called doms and subs, right? How does it, or slaves, or what do you call them?
It depends on what your role is and what you feel more comfortable in.
Okay.
There's actually a difference between a submissive and a slave. A lot of people don't even know that.
What's the difference?
Oh.
So a slave gives up all their rights. Everything in BDSM is power exchanges, right? I give you my power to have over me and to tell me what to do and to request certain things. The safest way to do is that we would have, like, for example, if it was me and you, we would have a conversation.
Okay, Gigi, do it first right now. Show us.
Okay.
Like
I'm going to pretend to be your submissive. Haha. So, hi, I'm interested in you being my dom. Sometimes it'll happen like that.
And then what do you say?
And
then what are your qualifications?
Get on the floor and beg, bitch.
No,
That's what I would say.
No.
Have you been having the experience? Like,
yeah, that is a question you would ask.
Okay.
How long have you been doing this? Have you served anyone before? Do you have experience? What services can you offer me? Because if you have nothing to bring to the table, how are you serving me?
Right.
If you can't drive me places, if you can't clean for me, if you can't cook for me, if you can't do my laundry,
my
if
sub
you're
has
not
to
gonna,
have a car.
Well, I would hope so, right?
If you can't take
Or
me to
drive
dinners
it.
and you can't do all these things, then you're not the right one for me. But these are all questions you got to ask from the jump. You can't ask halfway through. It's like a relationship.
Right.
I want to know if you're married. I want to know if you have kids. I want to know if you have stable income. These are things you talk about while dating.
I don't want no sub.
Oh, you want several.
You can't be a scrub sub.
You can't be a scrub sub. I can see
an official sub. Okay.
So you would talk about these things first. That's the first thing. And they're called negotiations. And when you do negotiations...
It's a contract.
Yes, and then you get to the contract after negotiations.
Wait, do you go to dinner to have this negotiation?
It can be over dinner.
On the sidewalk?
It can be over... I recommend all of that. I mean, I don't know about the sidewalk.
Like, hey, I want to be your... I want to be...
Okay.
Let's talk about
Central Park and talk about what you can offer me.
Okay, so that's the submissive.
But
Now-
wait, so how do
okay.
they find you?
But wait, what about the slave? Because you said there's a difference.
Oh, there's a difference.
Yeah. Let's hear about him.
Okay. So during these negotiations, you would talk about power exchanges and what way are these exchanges going to be had. So it can be either they are a sub. A submissive is someone that is like a housewife. Like they still have their own opinions. They still have say in certain things, but the ultimate decision lands on the dom. But they still have a voice. You can't take their voice away from them. A slave is the complete opposite of that.
He has no voice.
They have no voice. They can say things that they want to do because legally, by law, they have to say, like, I consent to doing this. Or I consent to being fucked in the ass for 14 hours or some shit like that.
14 hours?
Listen.
Sounds like rawness.
And I'm not shushing you. I'm not doming you right now, but...
You guys know it's like anal pleasure month. Is
it?
In August. Yeah, August
really?
is anal
Today
pleasure
is
month.
the first day.
I don't think of that
God.
being pleasurable when you say 14 hours.
14, you've done that?
I mean...
Venus, you've done 14 hours
I
of...
plead the fifth. So...
That's a yes.
Did you really?
I plead the fifth.
It wasn't nobody from Black Ink, was it?
Oh.
I plead the fifth.
Whoa.
I plead the fifth.
Wow.
Well, damn.
It wasn't 14 hours. It wasn't 14 hours with that person, but yeah, I dominated that person quite a few times actually.
You talking about somebody from Black Ink? Because you were on Black Ink. Do you have a confidentiality agreement or?
Not at all.
Okay.
They've never done anything to me, and I've never done anything to them. And as a dom, that's just part of like code. I wouldn't like out somebody. Mm-hmm. What I mean by outing is like, expose them to the world. Right. Just because I don't get along with the shop anymore. Like that's not, I don't do things like that. Like unless I feel that I need to do certain things to get things done, I'm not going to just like be trashing you out in the streets just for like a come up or some shit like that. That's whack to me.
Clout chasing. All right, well, tell me about Black Ink and what happened. Oh, wait, no, let's get to Gigi's question. We'll get to Black Ink.
Yeah, we were asking how does the initial meetup, or how do you guys like?
So how we...
Is there like a Match.com, like a...
Yeah, Tinder.
You're confusing me. There's so many questions.
Can you put yourself out there as a mistress? How do your submissive find you to say, hey, I want you to dom me?
There's several ways, okay? So there are actual communities for this. There are things called munches where people actually meet up and
munches.
Munches. It's like lunches, but like...
Munching.
Yeah.
Sounds funny. Box.
Correct. And we meet at like diners or like restaurants, and like you have like 15, 20 people, 30 people all meet together. It's like a mixer in a way, but like everyone's talking, getting to know each other.
It sounds fun.
Right.
You can introduce yourself.
Let's do munch.
You want to munch? Munch Mondays.
Munch. Yeah.
I'm dead.
And I've met several of my subs through munches. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they... like before I started going like a little more mainstream with, the New York Post interview, doing some consulting for like other media outlets that I cannot mention because I actually do have an agreement with them, for some of the shows that they're working on right now. Before I started doing things like that, I actually, for a while used to meet subs through like places like Craigslist before I got shut down.
Right. Is that not scary though?
No, because what are you going to do to me? Smack the shit out of you. It's not, yeah.
What if they like try to kidnap you or something?
That's why it's best to meet in public.
Right.
You meet somewhere publicly. You don't go anywhere like in their car or like, to their apartments. That's like a recipe for disaster. Either way,
Now, I read somewhere that for Black dominatrixes, right, most of your clients are white men.
Yeah.
Successful white men, because they have to have, like you said, have to have money in order to be able to afford this type of luxury.
Right. Several of them you have all heard of before. Very wealthy, very well-known.
Donald Trump?
No, but I wouldn't doubt
Grab
it.
him by the pussy.
He definitely seemed like somebody that would be hiring a...
Hint, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He's disgusting.
Word has been out on the street for a minute amongst us, like in our community. Pictures have been like going around. That's all I'm going to say, because it really has nothing to do with me. I've never seen this man. I never met him before.
Right. We don't want you to get stopped at the airport.
I sure don't, and I'm not Stormy Daniels, honey. I'll smack everybody.
So explain why you think a man would be into this, because I know some guys are listening and like, this sounds like a terrible idea, but they're a little bit intrigued.
If any man sits there and says that they've never thought about a woman being on top, which is a form of domination in my opinion. If you have a woman on top controlling strokes, controlling when you come, she's dominating you. Okay. She has control over that sexual situation.
So we got a little dominance.
We all got a little dominance.
Yeah, because we all give head.
We all right.
Unless you're doing it because he told you to, then that still makes him the person in control, if that makes any sense.
Right.
If you're doing it because like, no, like, lay down. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna put this on you right now. Like that's you dominating him.
Right.
Okay.
You're the dom in that situation.
What?
Your phone knows it's true too.
Why would it say that?
Suri's a dom. She's letting it be known. You know. She's letting it be known. I'm here.
I've never heard the phone say that shit.
What did the phone say?
Did you accidentally summons me?
Ooh.
I've never heard the phone say that.
Suri's
Venus, you have a lot of power in this room.
Suri's a sub.
Crazy.
Okay, work it out, Suri. Work Apple.
So back to how you got started, right? What was your first
Was in LA. Was in Los Angeles. When I was in Los Angeles, I started like meeting different guys. I met one guy at a coffee shop. He was a lot older than me. And the first thing I thought, I'm going to be honest, it wasn't like, oh, this seems like a nice person, whatever. It's like, he probably has a lot of money. Like, let's see where this is going. Like, if you're going to be, I was 19 at the time. If you're going to be that old talking to me and you don't have any money,
that's crazy. Yeah, no.
So he's like, I would love to like take you out on a date. I can take you here and I can take you there. I'm like, okay, well, where would we go? I want to know where you're going to take me. I want to know what your pockets are looking like.
Yeah, where did y'all go?
What car you're driving, out the lot, everything. And so he's like, he mentioned like a 5-star restaurant, and like he's talked about meeting at a 5-star hotel and like, ordering the best of the best, giving me gifts and things like that. And I was like, okay, well, this seems cool. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I don't understand like why I'm still around this guy if he can't do more for me. Like, dinners are nice and everything, cool. But like,
what about Chick-fil-A? What if he would have said Chick-fil-A? All right, so wait, continue. Sorry.
That would have been a wrap.
What if he took you in his Lambo, though, and then took you shopping after? Y'all was just going to Chick-fil-A because he liked it.
He had a Mercedes one day and a Porsche the next. So I was like, okay. Well,
so Chick-fil-A with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he actually, I found out later on, he actually owns a talent company in Los Angeles.
Wow.
So he told me that he had been in the lifestyle for years. At that time I was 19. I have no idea what the lifestyle means or any of these terms. He said he's been in lifestyle for over like 20 years.
He's an older white man.
Yes.
Okay.
I would have thought that meant gay. Like if a
Older,
guy
he's
said
German.
to me, I've been in the lifestyle for a while, the first thing for some reason I would have been like, oh, okay, so you've been gay for a while. That's what I would have thought. I guess that's why I'm
like
nobody's
dumb.
dumb.
A beard or something?
Yeah, no, I don't know what the hell, but if you say lifestyle,
I
you
see.
know
I
they
thought
say
of
the
Rich
life.
Homie Quan and Young Thug song.
Oh shit!
Lifestyle.
So that sounds about they like being with doms.
They like being subs.
Well, that makes. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
There are a lot of rappers that like being with doms. I'll just put that out there.
Right. You've had some celebrity clients, but you're not allowed to out them.
I am not allowed to out them because I
want to continue to work with them.
Right.
Yeah, and
others.
it's like you
And-
don't even do it. That's not why you do. Like you don't do things like this. If it's a business, you're not doing it to put the next person's business out
Absolutely
there. You're doing
not.
it, and the reason why they trust you is because they know that you're not going to put their business
Exactly.
out there. So why break that trust? Like this ain't.
You
I can
got something you
relate.
want to tell me?
No, I can relate.
I told you, Gigi done did this shit before.
I can relate because in the strip club community, it's the same thing.
Right.
You know, like when these guys are coming and spending all this money on you
Right.
and doing whatever they're doing for you, especially those that are famous or rappers or married or whatever,
Right.
they don't want their business out there, so they're trusting that you're going to keep the business with them, which is
Exactly.
why they're
Just
continuing
peg
to
me
do
and
it.
shut up after.
Hello?
right?
And believe it or not, no matter how, unless they like did something outrageous, like assaulted you or something like that, and you need to come forward, I don't really believe, just like, it's what you said, but I also personally, like, morally don't believe in just dragging people for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of girls, like, I noticed, like, a lot of, like, trans women, like, sometimes they do that. Like, they get mad at a celebrity for sleeping with them or not, whatever the issue is. And then they go all over social media outing them. Like, do you think you're going to get any more clients after that? Nobody's going to trust you.
But I feel like people do, because like even like Superhead wrote her book, right? People still was messing with her after that. You know,
See, I don't want her to get jammed up, but I'm nosy and I just want to know who.
we'll
it
talk
is.
off the air.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of people.
But okay, so back to your first assignment.
Yeah, so my first experience. My first experience. Yeah, so this older guy, I'm just gonna call him Jim for all because I can't.
Okay.
That sounds like an older guy.
I can't keep saying like older guys.
German
It's throwing me
Jim.
off a little bit.
on,
So
Jim.
German Jim.
Right, German Jim.
So
Jim.
German Jim basically was, he's like, I want to tell you something. I don't want you to judge me. I thought he was going to tell me he had like an STD or something, like an
Right.
incurable STD, because he made it seem so serious. And I'm like, holy shit, like what is about to
He
ruin
has
my
AIDS,
bag right now?
fuck.
What's going on?
Herpes, but
Which I don't judge people for, by the way. And I was like, yo, he's about to ruin my bag. What's going on? And then he's like, oh, do you know, like, he started showing me like videos, and I'm like, why are we watching this? And he's like, because, this is stuff that I like. This is like the lifestyle I've been in for 20 years. And, he introduced me to the scene that way. So we went to like the first fetish party. Up until that point though, I've been telling him what to do anyway, because I just thought he was soft. He was
Right.
just like, he had no backbone. To this day, he still does, and I still know him. We still,
Work.
right.
Right.
He has no backbone, so I just figured he's one of those dudes that's just older and just maybe lonely or desperate. He's none of those things.
Right.
In the office, he's the
boss.
the head honcho.
They said those are the people that really like to hire doms because they're so used to being in charge, they want to be dominated.
Yeah.
At times. So what was the first thing you did to him? Like your first initial, like, okay, this is...
Look at the face. I'm hurting for him. I don't even know what's happening.
So he really likes nipple play. He likes anal play. And he really, really enjoys CBT. CBT is cock and ball torture. So we went to a sex shop, a really well-known sex shop in LA. Shout out to Pleasure Chest, which...
Oh, we had that in New York, too.
Yeah. They also sponsor my party, so I love them. Shout out to you guys. West Village, love you guys.
I've been in Pleasure Chest a few times.
For real? Where is it?
It's on 7th Avenue.
Yeah, in the West Village. They're awesome. And so we went to the one in LA at this time when I was still over there, and we were like picking out different things, and like, I felt a little weird also being out in public with him for the first time because that's actually
he's older.
Because he's a lot
People
older.
were probably like, "What's going on here?"
Yeah, and I looked young. I looked really young.
You
I
were
was
19.
Yeah, and a lot skinnier also. A young black girl with an older white man. People already have their like, they will give me looks like, we know what you're doing kind of thing.
So nobody called the cops on him and that?
No. So we're like in the section with all the dildos on the wall. He goes and picks out the biggest one, and I'm like,
was it a black dildo?
It was. It was. How do you know that?
A big black
He wanted a big black dildo in him. Dick.
Like this one, like this big.
Wow.
He's been around for 20 years. 20 years of, all of that.
So he's all stretched out.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's like, I want to use this one, and I'm like, what?
On me? That's what you thought at first? No?
And I didn't want to look stupid either because I didn't know how to like do a lot of this stuff.
Gotta fake it till you make it.
Right.
Oh.
Shit. So
Mama
we
made it.
picked out like some toys, and I was like, oh, what about that one? He's like, oh man, I have that already at my house. We can just use that one. And
I
I'm
don't
like,
know used toys.
I'm like, how much stuff do you have at your house? And he's like, you'll see. And I'm like, what?
Right.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. So we get back to his house. He had like a whole 2 playrooms for it.
Sheesh.
He has playrooms in his house. It was a really big house, actually. It was very beautiful. And he has 2 playrooms for it. One playroom is designed if his mistress at the time wants to bring other people into the house to play with, then she can pick a room.
Okay.
So I thought that was really cool of him.
Very sweet of him.
Very sweet. Very, very, very devoted guy. And I fucked the shit out of him.
So was his asshole, it was wide open already because he's been used to this? Because he got a big black dick in him.
It actually is not as easy to get in. No matter how long you do it, like the muscles will still try to go back to the way it's supposed to be.
So was this your first time pegging?
Oh, that's not pegging. Pegging, that was a fuck.
What's the difference between pegging and fucking?
For me, pegging is like something, we have a ruler here. How convenient. Okay. So like...
You brought it here, of course.
And what's this? A sex whip?
Like we have a whip here. It's like those little things you insert in the butt just to get
like
used
a plug.
to... Right, just to get used to the dildo. Mm-hmm. Like a plug, right. Like things like that. That's pegging to me. That's a little peg. A
plug
fuck
walk.
is like
You
a
full
fuck,
blown, put the whole dick in.
like a whole fist.
So was it like
in there.
manual or did you strap on?
At first I did manual because I didn't want to do a strap on.
Gigi know all the terms and everything.
Yeah, I'm like manual.
Look at it. Gigi, you
manual?
cannot tell me you ain't did this
Right,
shit
that's
before.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, I watch hella porn now.
Yeah, bitch, I watch.
So you watch it with the
porn,
volume
too.
on.
None of that shit. I don't know none of that
I
shit.
never heard the
she
term
talking
manual
about.
before.
Yeah, and now we're about to go manual. What the fuck? This bitch lying.
Take it off automatic, put it on manual.
I mean, you can switch it around to both. Like I put on gloves and like he had to like. There's a whole process, right? So it takes like 2 hours if you're gonna be thorough about it to be prepared to do like anal fucking for something that big. You got to get the lube ready. You got to like get an enema.
I was gonna ask.
You got to clean all.
So
that
you
out.
gave him an enema or he did it himself?
I'm not doing that.
Okay, I was curious.
You do it yourself. I'm not playing around with shit or anything like that. If I even see it, I'm probably smacking the shit
So
out
nobody
of it.
asked you to shit on them?
Asked me to shit on them. People have asked, but I'm not into that.
I'm surprised
The
shit
smell
never
itself
came on her.
would
You're fucking somebody with a big black dildo.
But
even
that's why
with
she
the
take
enema.
all of that time to get prepared for
Even
it.
that, I would still think like that's a big ass dick.
have accidents happen.
Yeah, that's what I
It
want to know.
happened once, and I beat the shit out of him.
And he loved it.
Like a puppy.
He loved it.
The
You beat him like a
fucking shit
puppy?
out of him.
Like a dog.
And he's been calling ever since.
So wait, tell us what happened. I gotta hear this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was horrible. So we met at a hotel. This is somebody that I've actually known for a long time. Like, they were coming to my parties for a while. I thought this person was so cool and they were so experienced. They seemed knowledgeable about, all these things. I said, be ready by the time I get there. Because I don't plan on being there for 3-4 hours while you get ready.
Be ready means get an enema.
Right. Get it. Exactly. Get everything together. So when we get there, we can play and I can leave because I want to go home, but I do want to play with you and I want to take, time and spend time with you, blah, blah, blah. I get there. He's like, I got everything ready. I did everything. I'm like, okay, cool. We start playing and I shit you not.
Yes, you did.
Oh my God.
He shit you.
I shit you not. Maybe 5 minutes into it, like I started like smelling stuff because I had my hand on his head. I was pulling his hair. I was like grabbing him on the side. I have like these claws that you can put on your fingers. So I like had him like with my other hand and claw pulling his hair and fucking him at the same time. So then I'm like talking to him. I'm telling him, you like this, you stupid little bitch, whatever. And then I'm like getting the smell and I'm like, hold on a second.
You got your period?
I stopped and I let go of his hair and then I like pulled out and then he just shit everywhere.
Oh,
I was like, get the fuck out. I was so fucking mad.
So did you beat him while he was shitty, or did you clean up? Did he clean up?
I hate when that happens.
So this is
Did you beat his shitty ass? Is my question.
My soul.
Yes, I did. Okay, so
Like
like
a puppy.
I took I unbuckled the straps on the side.
Did you make him eat the dildo? Like eat the shit
all
out
of this
the dildo?
stuff.
No, I'm not into none of that. That shit would have grossed
I'd have
me
been like,
out.
eat this.
Look at you.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm about to throw up. You're nasty. You know how the Asians be in the what is that?
Don't get racist. Okay.
Don't get racist.
Nah, you know I'm talking about 2 girls, 1 cup. Wasn't they all Asian? 3
Were they?
girls?
2 girls in a
I
cup.
thought those were white
They
girls.
were white.
Oh,
Why did you just
sorry,
make that
sorry.
up?
Ooh,
Sorry, Angie.
shade.
They were Puerto Rican.
Oh shit, they might have been.
So you beat his shitty ass, and he loved you forever.
No. It wasn't like. It wasn't. I probably shouldn't even be saying this, to be honest. It wasn't even like just how dare you? You're such a bad
you
boy.
really fucked him
That was
up.
like, yo, you really fucking shitted on me. Like, the fuck is
Oh,
wrong
you
with you?
fought him.
Like,
Wow.
She
he
took it to
fucking
the
took a
street.
shit on me.
Right. That's not cool.
I was so fucking mad.
Biggie Smalls is going on here.
And he called me afterwards. He sent me tribute. Tribute is like when they send money to like, just
Tribute.
make you happy.
Right.
Right? That's
What's it
it's
called?
like
Tribute.
a
Tribute. That's fire.
I need a tribute. Okay.
That's
dope. We gotta start saying that.
Never says I need tribute. I
Give
literally
me tribute.
Literally.
Y'all hear that?
Literally.
Give
I
me tribute.
I see these shoes, they look nice.
Give me
Tribute. We gotta start
like
doing
that.
that.
Sometimes I don't even say the word. It's
Right.
like
I kind of like the word. Tribute.
Yeah, that's lit.
Wow.
Damn, he
So,
shitted on you. I
he sent
can't
me
believe this.
$2,000. He was sorry. I told him that I had to. I threw the entire outfit away. I was so fucking mad. Like, he was trying to say sorry. He was like trying to whatever. Never played with him again. But I'm still cool with him. We're still friends. Whatever. We talked.
So
about
you
the
would
story,
never
like,
see him again?
Hell no. Because
It was an accident, though.
I told him to get ready before that. He
Right.
texted me
He's
that
being
I'm
lazy.
ready. He's, come
Nah,
on. Like, that's not cool.
He was ready. He planned that shit.
You think he planned it?
Literally, yes, he was ready. He
Shitterily.
was like, I want to shit on her so
listen.
bad. Shitterily.
I hope not.
42 subs.
He was ready.
currently.
I want to say 42 to 45.
Mm.
A couple of them are
And-
about to get dropped soon because they're not making me happy.
So how
They're not
many of them
tributed.
do you like fucking ass? All of them?
All of
Or
them.
half of them?
It depends. Some of them are married and their wife knows. Some of them are married, but they say their wife knows, but I think they're lying about that.
Right.
Clearly. Like, how many women are, going to be like, oh, that's okay if you see another woman for stuff I can't give you.
You watch
But-
Billions?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Man.
Me neither. That's part of the show.
I don't watch much
That's
TV.
part of the show.
I lost faith after certain
So
things.
let's just say that we wanted to have like some of your subs come like intern
Come
and
intern?
run and do some stuff for us for lip service.
They could.
You could send them over here and be like, yeah, I need you to go buy Angela, Gigi, and L'Oreal some bags and Stephanie.
Yeah, do that.
They need Simply Lemonade.
She's like, no, that's for me.
I got my eye on a couple bags. I like.
They would also be like kind of like intimidated by all three of you because they're like industry people, and these are industry people. If that makes any sense. So they like I have some submissives that are just like Joe Schmoes. They like have regular 9-to-5 jobs or whatever, but some of them are not, and those are the people that have the coin to provide.
Can German Jim come get us?
German Jim is very nice. He is also very he's very paranoid. I'll say
right.
That.
Okay, I got it. All right, so now let's get some training here, because let's just say
Gigi.
Gigi's like the closest I think to being a dom.
She might be your partner. I think y'all working together.
I think you are, to be honest.
You think so?
I do. I really do. You have like the natural demeanor, personality, but I think like in terms of like training somebody that has untapped potential to like be one of the best, I think you'd have that.
I'm not mad at that. Hello.
Are you kidding me? Like you didn't hear what she just
Angela.
said? Mistress Angela talking about I would make him eat the shit. Nobody heard that? Am I the only one? I would make him eat it.
That's what I thought it was.
All right, but let's do some training. Let's just say, right, for some women out there that are listening, they want to get into the lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Okay, what should we start with?
Classes, learning how to use toys, because if you don't know how to use them and you use them on people, you can injure somebody really bad.
Like, we don't want to injure someone with some CBT.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you need to know where to hit, where not to hit.
So talk about CBT, all right, let's train us in that first.
Okay.
So what are some things we need to know about cock and ball torture?
I should have probably bought a dildo for this, but there's like a whole
Hold on, Dan has one.
There's a water bottle.
So let's say this is the penis and these are the balls, right?
What's that, a do-rag?
Oh no, this is actually a hood that somebody here is gonna wear.
Ooh, okay.
Pressure.
No pressure. They all
no pressure, Fesher. You put get Buddha.
So like,
Buddha. Oh my God, we have someone for you.
Okay, go ahead.
You do?
Yeah.
Yes.
He wants to.
He wants to be part of this.
Okay.
Okay, so cock and ball. Here we go.
So this is the dick. These are the balls, right?
Big
so if you're trying to do like any type of domination or something, you can simply tie the rope all around the dick and the balls and make it as tight as possible until it turns purple.
I've seen that.
And when it's nice, I personally enjoy this, because when it's nice and like turning different colors, that's when you can get something like this. Or this, and start smacking the shit out of it. It hurts so much. It is beautiful.
It hurts so much.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Or
you
can
this
take
very smacker?
any smacker.
The paddle.
See, I told you she does this.
I knew it.
She does this.
It's like it's a paddle.
She do this.
This your competition. You getting shit fucked up. Don't tell no more.
In female domination, there's no woman against woman bullshit. There's none of that.
For real?
We like, you know how men, there's really no competition with men in certain industries. It's like we can all win together type of shit. Mm-hmm. And with female domination, it's female supremacy.
Right.
There really shouldn't be any competition. It's like, you're my sister, and we're gonna dominate him, and him together.
So this is really great for female empowerment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Double dominatrix.
Yeah. Double dom sessions.
Dum-dum.
And I've read articles about how this can really help women in the workplace.
Oh, yeah.
As far as asserting themselves and not taking no shit from anybody at work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've had to use that tactic a couple of times at different places that I've worked, or, running a business, or kind of like doing my own thing. Like, holding myself accountable for my own winnings and failings in life. If you're going to dominate somebody else, you have to dominate your own life first. You have to kind of take control of your surroundings, who you're friends with, and say, this person's not good for me, this person is good for me, this person is negative and they're bringing me down. Or, I can eliminate the negative, embrace the positive, speak positive affirmations to myself every day, make myself better, and then I have the right to dominate somebody else because they believe me.
Now, I've also heard that as a dominatrix, you're not supposed to sleep with your subs. Is that true?
Yes. It's not a good idea to sleep with them. It's not. Because a lot of women, I believe, in my personal opinion, right? Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of feminists, they probably like to come for people that say things like this, but your vagina holds a lot of power in this world.
Pussy power.
As much as people like to say, and this is no disrespect to any trans woman out there that doesn't have a vagina, it does not what I'm saying does not take away from you being a woman at all. Okay, what I'm saying is like for cisgendered women, having a vagina is powerful for us, and in this world, they take that away from us. They say that doesn't make you powerful; it makes you weak. Oh, don't be a pussy. Don't you're acting like a little girl. They always everything that with us is always surrounded by like weak,
right?
Submission. And just
grow
like,
some balls.
Yeah, grow some. It's always
right.
like something
Sissy.
Very like they talk about like us emasculating men. They emasculate us all the time. They put us down all the time.
Or girls be like, suck my dick. Right.
Yeah, to have to feel like they have more power. That's like that's legit right there. And so like I feel like when you sleep with a man and you just give him that power, you kind of lose some of it. I feel like if you're gonna sleep with someone, let it be because they have prove to you that they are worthy of it, if that makes any sense. I'm not saying like on some Christian shit like don't sleep with a man because it makes you dirty. It has nothing to do with that. I don't believe women that sleep around are dirty at all, actually. No? I believe
as long as you shower.
As long as you shower. Facts. But if you whatever you want to do with your body is your decision, is your choice. If you want to fuck 100 guys in one night, be safe about it, yeah, but does that make her a dirty or a slut? I don't think so. Not in my opinion.
It makes her a nympho is what it makes her.
It makes her a nympho.
That's a lot. 101 night. I don't know.
I'm not gonna judge her.
Oh no, bitch, that's a lot.
That's like Guinness Book of World Records.
No, it's probably not.
And she's probably really good at what she does because they all come to her for it. If she's such a hoe, why they sleeping with her?
Right.
If she's so dirty,
guys
why
will still sleep with you and they call you a hoe. Like, yeah, it's your hoe. I slept with her. Well, what are you?
What are you? Right. So the thing is, like, I wouldn't judge her for like being a whore or a slut. I would judge her because she's not holding herself to a higher standard. She's not looking at herself and being like, I'm worth more than this to just pass myself around to everybody. I've realized that, like, and, I don't know any dom that would say, I never slept with a submissive. That's not true. I know plenty of doms that sleep with subs. They just don't stick around long after that.
Right.
Because you gave them everything.
You gave the power up.
I've been with German Jim since I was 19 and I've never fucked him. We've never fucked, and he's still around, and he's never gonna have sex with me. He knows that. He'll be on his deathbed begging for vagina from me and will never get it. I will smile at him and close his eyelids for him.
Would you kiss the tip of his dick, or at least can he get a kiss?
A kiss on what?
On the tip?
What, that 2-inch? No. I'm
Ooh,
good.
2 inches. And that's another thing right there, subs up, when you talk about how little their dick is. And
2
like
inches.
berate them.
Is it thumb? It's Gigi's thumb.
Yeah. And public humiliation.
Looks like a little button. Yeah.
Do you do public humiliation?
I do that if we negotiate, like I just said. Let me adjust my wig. Hold on. If we do that, if we do that, like we agree on that, then that's totally fine.
Right.
If we agree that public humiliation is our thing, that's totally fine. Like, for example, German Jin, he's a CEO of a company.
He don't want that.
Of a well-known talent agency. He's not going to want to do public humiliation because at his job and to his peers, he is the man. When people see me with him, they just think, oh, she's a long-term sugar baby / girlfriend / whatever she is. But in public, he always has to appear like he has control. But behind closed doors, we all know it's a different story.
Right. See, we over here giving away public humiliation for free when we argue with our man. We could be getting paid for that.
I would never.
We could be getting paid for that.
I'm staying very quiet. I don't argue with people.
So do you have to work, or is this just your full time?
This is work.
Yeah, this
is
right?
work.
Yeah, I mean she owns the dungeon. Okay, so how do people like find your dungeon? Like, how do they know that you have this place where they can come?
Like, how can they contact you?
So my answers are very limited when it comes to things like this.
Okay. Because I know people are trying to figure out, how can we find Venus Cuff? How can we get involved?
I mean, I have an Instagram. I teach classes all around the city. I host events all around the city.
We should go to a class.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
I have like a lot of industry. I teach a lot of like, older white women on the Upper West Side as well. Like, I go to their house and I give them like class on how to spice up their sex life using like household items, using like belts, cooking spoons, and all of that to like play with their husband.
That's why you can't.
Spatula.
That's why you can't eat at people's house.
I wouldn't recommend that. No.
Yeah, see, you can't eat at people's house. They using the spoons and shit.
They using the ends of the spoon.
Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and baste this chicken and ooh.
Ice is another one that people underestimate. Not just for blowjobs, but like for domination purposes. Running ice along somebody's skin, the sensation of that feels really good. using the tip of your nails to lightly run over someone's skin feels really good. Like, things like that are really cool.
All right, slow down. Let's pause for the cause to talk about today's sponsor, FabFitFun. The FabFitFun Summer Editors Box is now available. FabFitFun is a seasonal subscription box that delivers fashion, beauty, home, and fitness products for a life well lived. The Editors Box available for purchase in between seasonal boxes with newly discovered items and favorites from past boxes. It's a fantastic value because all products are full size and many products' individual value is more than the entire cost of the box. Every Summer Editor's Box includes a Hava Mineral Hand Cream, Spongel Papaya Yuzu Box Flower Body Wash Infused Butter, a Yumi Kim Train Case in Periwinkle or Navy, and a range of other awesome products. I love my Yumi Kim Train Case because I travel all the time, so I'm able to put all my makeup brushes on my makeup, and I even have a face mask with me, courtesy of my FabFitFun box. Sign up for FabFitFun today to get your Summer Editor's Box. Use my code Angela and get $10 off your first box. Go to FabFitFun.com to sign up and start getting the box for a life well lived. Use promo code Angela to get $10 off your first box. That's over $200 for only $39.99. Go to FabFitFun.com, use my code Angela, and get $10 off your FabFitFun box. Now let's talk about finances, right? Because I know it can vary, like as much as how much do you charge per hour. So just give us a range.
Ooh,
Like if people were getting started, how much would you recommend? Okay, let's just say you're new at this. How much so you don't undersell yourself?
So what I am going to say is that there's like a difference between lifestyle dom and professional dom. Mm-hmm. Professional dom is like the people you see in the dungeons charging per hour.
Right.
Lifestyle are
the
people
dungeon costs money.
And the dungeon costs money. Lifestyle are people that just do it because that's who they are. I'm both. Mm-hmm. Or was both. I'll say that.
What does was both mean?
So what's up, IRS?
Oh.
So
How you doing?
You're neither.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
But the advice I would give someone, because I used to be a dominatrix, is don't undersell yourself. Mm-hmm. So if like a client comes to you and says, I want to have a session with you for $80 an hour or $100 an hour, even though you feel like you're not going to get any other sessions after that or you're low on money, turn that shit down. Turn that shit down.
So what should be the minimum?
I mean, when I first started, I started out in a dungeon in LA. And I'm not going to mention it because I don't have their permission to mention it. I don't know if they're going to feel weird, but it was $250 an hour. Mm-hmm. So that's like I think that's like more the standard.
Right. It's about $250 an hour.
Right. And as you get more, into the lifestyle and you have more clients and you become more exclusive, then you can charge more. But I wouldn't recommend like just jumping to $600 an hour and you just started. Like that's crazy.
Right. What's the most popular service that people ask for?
Anal play. Anal play.
It's Anal Pleasure Month.
Spanking.
Get a Venus cuff.
Nipple play. Bare hand spankings and face slapping.
Face slapping.
Yeah.
What's 250? Excuse me, times 14.
She's thinking about fucking somebody for 14 hours
in ass. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna end up with.
For an ass session, you would never
$3,500.
You would never charge $250 for an anal session.
What would you charge?
More than that?
I don't listen. Hypothetically,
I'm trying to figure this out.
Hypothetically speaking, I would charge $400 an hour. For that.
So 400 times.
I would never charge that.
So what's $250 like foot worship?
That's almost $6,000.
$250 is like the base of everything. $250.
That's almost $6,000 right there.
$250 get you in the door.
Right. $250 get you in the door.
That's your time.
You can kiss my feet. You can crawl on the floor. I'm gonna scream at you. I'll call you names.
Right.
I'll flog you. All the other stuff.
Is this a flog?
That is a flogger.
Okay, I never heard of that. Tell me what's this? Flog
on my knob.
I would probably need to demonstrate this.
Come on, one of you guys
come here.
So this is a leather flogger.
Don't try to pick up the camera now like you've been on the camera. You just with the camera.
He started taking pictures.
Shout out to him doing his job. Does he need to be disciplined?
Yeah, definitely does. Because he wasn't doing anything.
He's been a bad boy.
Come on, let's get a light flogging.
For real,
yeah,
come on.
Dan.
Look at everybody. Come on, Dan.
Dan, you agreed to a light flogging earlier.
Hard.
You agreed to this.
Come on, she's not gonna hit
Plus,
you.
you're.
Hold on, I have to say something. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're the prime clientele.
Clientele. I was supposed to say clientele. If you're gonna session with anybody or play with anyone, consent is the key.
Yes.
And
so
that is what differentiates me between everyone else in the BDSM scene, because a lot of them are consent violators.
Right.
They don't get people's consent before they do stuff. which is totally fine. I'm not one of those bitches. I don't believe in that shit. To me, that's rape on some kind of level.
Right.
You know,
must consent. I don't want to just.
consent.
L'Oreal, get over here and get flogged.
It's okay to rape Dan.
No, it's not. Don't say that.
I can't.
Don't you ever say that.
Okay. Gigi, you're closer.
Gigi, this is like flogging.
Yo, Gigi is sick
a
right
second.
now.
No, she's more of a dom to me. You're more of a dom to me. With you, I can't tell.
Yeah,
I
ain't
don't know.
nobody hitting me with nothing.
She lying.
So whatever that is me.
I think
Can I ask you a
L'Oreal.
question? I don't want to put you on the spot. But
L'Oreal.
in the bedroom, does the man take control or do you?
Me.
In the bedroom?
Yeah, it depends. I'll let him if I feel like letting him. But when I'm ready to do it, I'll do it.
Okay, then you're what we call a switch.
Oh,
Yeah,
a swinger.
So there's a dom, a switch, and a sub. A switch can go.
That's me. I'm definitely a switch.
See, both. I'm gonna tell you this. Both Gigi and L'Oreal have cried during sex. I've never done that.
What?
Like
So you
it's been
guys are
so
like
good,
subs.
like a tear just
No, I
slowly.
boo cry.
That's a sub. That's sub
Crying,
shit.
crying for what though?
Nah, not crying. Like it's like a tear.
No, I
slowly moves down. It's like it just feels so good.
Balling.
But crying over what? The dick?
Because it feels good.
I told you she's a sub.
It felt amazing.
What feels good, dick?
The dick, like not every dick. No, this not every.
Not every
dick.
day.
But like
This was,
certain,
this
every
was
dick.
a dick. Yeah, this was a hell of a dick.
I mean, I've had amazing sexual experiences with penis involved, and I've never felt that strongly
Nah,
about it.
I was looking like
I
Michael
was just hella
Jordan.
emotional when I cried, and another time it was makeup sex.
Don't you feel like
Why
that's
do we
sub
keep
shit?
fighting?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
So who wants to get flogged? Which one?
Damn, he's standing. You do it. Yes, you
No,
know what?
these are the subs. They cry during sex.
Where is
I
didn't
not
say this.
herself.
She did.
Yeah, where's Boo?
Y'all cry during
Angela
sex.
Yee's lip
I
service.
did not
Do
say
it
that.
to Angela
She said it.
Yee's.
I'll flog one of y'all. Come on.
She said she'll do it.
Yeah, go ahead, do it to her.
No, she will
We
flog
shouldn't be
one of
talking
you is
about
what she
this
said.
long. Somebody should have got flogged already.
So get
Listen,
flogged.
I really do. Okay, I think one of the guys should be flogged.
Me too. I told y'all this.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
Dan,
A light flog, Dan.
just a little one.
a light flog.
Wait, hold on a second. So you mean to tell me that none of you have ever thought about a woman dominating you?
They're
think you're
lying.
all
He said
full of
too
shit.
fast.
You're
He
all
said too
full of
fast.
shit.
They're lying.
You've never wanted a woman on top?
Where's Buddha?
Where's chairman?
Okay.
I'm dead about the call.
Next.
Tell
Next.
Buddha to get in
I'm
here.
dead
Because a woman being on top is a part of.
I gotta see what a flog is.
But he just admitted that he would, that he has.
All right, so let's talk about other things that's on the menu, right?
boy.
So if people want to hire your dominatrix, what are some other popular things that you do? What
Right
about
now-
fisting?
Buddha, come get flogged.
She's on the phone with Buddha. Tell him to come in here.
to the loudspeaker.
A light. Tell him it's a light flogging.
No, don't tell him what it's for. Just tell him to come in.
We told them ahead of
No,
time.
it's not funny. I'm dead serious. It's not nice.
And I want you to put the do-rag
Come on,
on his
hurry up,
face.
please.
It's a mask.
All right. He's coming.
Here it
Put
comes.
on them and flog him.
He's coming.
Make sure he doesn't
Nobody laugh
sweat
when he
on this too much.
All right, so let's continue while we wait for him to enter the room.
doing no funny shit.
No, it's not funny. There's nothing funny about this.
I do a lot of like face slapping, spanking. I do a lot of demos and classes also, so people know how to use stuff like how to use a belt, how to do some choking.
Right.
If you want to choke someone during sex, that's like really dangerous. You
What's the
can actually
safety
choke
word?
myself.
Like when you...
Oh, safe
Because
words.
we
I'm
have to
sorry, I
have
didn't even
that, right?
cover that. Yes, absolutely. That's a part of negotiations. And consent. So in order to know that somebody is having
Here you
this,
go. Here you go.
that it's too much,
We need a safe...
don't warn him.
Don't warn him. We need
In
a
order
safety
to know
word.
if it's too much or too little, whatever, then they have to establish the safety word.
Just who we've
Hey,
been
Buddha,
looking
come on
for.
over here.
How y'all doing?
This is our favorite producer, Buddha.
Hey, Buddha, we need you to demonstrate something. Now,
Hi.
In front
say
of the
hello to
camera.
Venus.
Nice to meet you.
doing?
What's your
Okay.
name?
Buddha.
Hi, Buddha.
All right.
How you doing?
So,
Have you-
Buddha, go ahead.
Have you done this before?
He doesn't know what he's
I
doing.
don't know what y'all getting me into.
We just want to give you a light flogging.
Life vlogging?
Yeah. It's like jogging, but with an FL.
So,
Come on, we just want to demonstrate
what
something.
does he have to do?
He put his pants up. Right, put his pants up. Come on, Buddha.
Notice that there's no eye contact anymore. Yeah, I'm just a normal human being that likes flogging people. So this is a
People
flogger.
pay for this, by
You
the
can-
way.
You can touch it, by the way.
People pay for this.
Yeah, so
Just
you
so
know,
you
we
know.
hooking you up.
I mean, I'm not getting paid.
Well,
You getting it
just,
for free.
okay, can you just be open-minded with me just to
Sure.
touch it, hold it?
Cool.
Okay, so that's a flogger. And I'm just going to be
It feels nice. The leather's so
Flogging.
soft.
flogging you lightly with it.
flogging me where?
Wherever
your
you
back,
choose.
your arm.
It can be,
Okay, your arm. Let's do your
it can
arm.
be your arm. It can be your butt, your back,
Your butt.
or your
Now,
chest.
Buddha, what's your
I don't have a butt. It's cool.
Buddha?
See? Perfect.
Buddha, what's your
What does that mean?
what's your safety word?
What's safe,
safe word?
If you're tired or you don't want to do it anymore?
I'm done.
That's your safe word.
That's 2 words.
You gotta
Okay,
scream.
no.
That's a terrible
No.
word.
No, so give
That's
me one.
a good one. No,
give me
No, because you could be
Pineapple.
saying that and mean yes.
that's true too. But if he's saying that that's the safe word for his scene, then
And
that works.
Yeah, you can't give him a safe word, Ange. Let him have his own safe
my God.
word.
How about baseball? Because who
Don't
would
let
just
her
say
pick no
baseball?
Don't let him
What did
pick
you
no
say?
more.
I think no is a good one.
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
it.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I need space though. I don't know.
All right, we'll back
Yeah,
up.
move
Don't you
it
worry,
out
I'll
the way.
move the table.
He's lucky we did.
Where? Can I do it on your chest or your?
Yeah, chest.
Yeah, the
That's
chest.
good.
Okay.
Take that hoodie off.
Can you stand against the wall? Is that possible?
Okay.
Yeah, get up
Yes,
on the
here
wall.
we go.
We like it on the wall.
Get it on the wall. Get it on the wall.
Where the fuck is my phone?
From the windows. I want to hear you scream.
He's not gonna scream.
These are your fantasies out.
He's protecting
His brand.
My brand.
his
There you
brand
go.
and also like his manhood and everything else.
And whatever it is, the element of surprise that I'm not.
Yeah. No, there's no element of surprise.
One more
That's
flag.
like
One more
watching it.
flag.
Really not like that. I want you. You need to trust me. I know it's weird, you know, but I'm really not like that. I'm not gonna just flash up and just start picking things and hitting you. I'm not-
Gotcha.
Okay.
Trust
So
you.
just thank you. So like, hold your head up. Is that
Ooh.
okay?
Harder.
Yes, give it to him.
He's got it. You got this, Buddha.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Get it with him.
Oh, yes, Angela. With the nips, Ange. With the nips, Ange.
Okay. What I need you to do is stop talking.
Ooh. Shut the
I need
fuck
you to keep
up.
moving your head. I don't want to hit your face. Okay? I don't want to disrespect you in any kind of way because we're going to now, okay? So I need you to keep your mouth shut.
My,
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, I said keep your mouth shut. Well, I'm flogging you. Keep your head up. Right.
so how am I supposed to use this?
He's like, no.
When you hang up, then you can speak. But just talking to them and laughing, I don't want to hit your face. I don't want to hit your
This is the
face.
best episode. Oh, good.
Maybe yes. Okay.
Y'all enjoying this?
Yeah.
I love
Having
it.
fun?
Yes.
You're doing
I'm
a good
enjoying
job,
this.
by the way.
Thank you.
You're so sweet.
How do your nipples feel?
Oh, you heard that? He did this for the girls. You heard that?
His nipples are
He
tingling.
said they're tingling. He likes
So
this.
ladies, wherever the cameras is at, just holler at you for my headphones.
Hey, Buddha. Yes,
Buddha,
Buddha,
this
the
is-
future.
This is $400 an hour.
Thank
400 hours, do it.
No, you gotta pay
Oh, take his clothes off. All right.
You gotta pay her to do that. Yeah, $400 an hour.
Well, thank you, Buddha. We appreciate you for being a good sport. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you for
Thank you for the
trusting me to do
opportunity.
that.
Give him some ice for them nipples.
You gonna rub them, man?
Whoa! 400 an hour. No, I'm joking.
Buddha definitely is the type of person to shit on you.
Yo.
So what do you think? Does he seem
He
like
would
a
definitely take a shit on me. He would.
Yeah.
He would, right?
Yeah.
He
But
seemed like he enjoyed that.
he
I'm
liked
not gonna
it,
lie.
and he was
did.
trying to protect himself because everyone that was in the room, especially other men.
Mm-hmm.
If there was just all women in here, I think that reaction would have been different.
You think he would have started moaning?
I think it'd have been
I don't
pants
think
off, dance
moaning,
off.
But I think in the middle of sex, right before he's about to like stick it in, if you say, "Listen, this is what gets me off. I want to flog you and spank you," he would
He's
be down
down.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that shit you was doing was looking like some, what you call it, Mortal Kombat shit. I was trying to figure it out. I'm gonna take
He's
a class
sitting there
for that.
trying to laugh, but then when he like put his head back and closed his eyes, I
enjoyed
saw
it.
his breathing slowed down. He was like relaxing.
Okay. All right, Buddha.
shit.
Next up, CBT, baby.
He probably, I don't know about that one. He looks like he'll knock you out.
Now, do you have any women clients?
I have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of queer women, a lot of lesbian women.
Mm-hmm. What do they normally? So, what's their top request?
It's usually to play out submissive fantasy scenarios. So like a lot of the women that I session with are actually dominant also in like normal day-to-day life. They have like really good jobs, they're managers, or they just like run their family, they run their husbands, and they kind of just want another woman. They can't submit to a man for some reason. They need another woman to kind of level them, ground them a little bit.
Level up, level up.
How does that sex go though? Like you can have sex. I always say. You can have sex with the woman though, right? Because it's not the same kind of thing.
Same rules apply.
Yeah, the rules apply across the board.
And with women, actually, the rule is 10 times more effective.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is? Emotional connection?
Women love differently than men. Men are more logical lovers. If something doesn't make sense to them, or if the love doesn't make sense and they go out cheat, they do things like stupid shit. Because like everything's here. For women, everything's here. Mm-hmm. If it's like, I don't know why I like you, but I do, so let's get married. You know, like men are just like, if I marry her, she has no money and debt. I don't know if I want to do it. You know, they start thinking too much about it. Which I think makes men really good partners if you want to like build a business or something, because they're really good at that stuff. And it makes women really good at being able to expand because they're really good with stuff here. So they know like the ethics of a company. They know how to connect to different people. They know how to communicate with different people on a level that they understand. So like for different reasons, both are equally valuable, but I prefer sessions with submissive men.
Now, when it comes to relationships, right? Are you with a man who's submissive, or do you feel like in a relationship you leave all that out?
No, I don't just leave it out. Mm-hmm. I tried to leave it out at one point, and I almost went to jail. So because
does it have to do with black ink again?
No, it doesn't. Okay. No, it doesn't. Even though jail and black ink seems to go hand in hand for some reason. Yeah, but no, I'm not talking about them. It was like I was with someone, for a very long time. And they were very like macho and headstrong and like, I'm the man and I wear the pants and you're the woman. So you should be home doing this, this, and this. And I'm not built like that. I was never built like that. So I don't even come from a family where the women are built like that. Like my aunt, shout out to my Aunt Celeste. Hi, Celeste.
That's my mom's name.
It is.
My Aunt Celeste. She's the strongest Dominican woman that I know. The strongest Dominican woman I know. She stays at home and she runs the household, and he goes, and my uncle, Omar, goes out and work, but he listens to everything that she says.
Does your family know what you do? Like,
yeah.
Aunt Celeste, everybody?
My mother, Rhonda, yeah.
Aunt Celeste and everybody.
They know what I do. I'm very open and honest because they were going to find out anyway.
Right.
Why I don't want to hurt people that I care about by letting them find out by looking in the New York Post or some shit like that. Or looking on Vice TV or something and seeing me like doing stuff or like just anything.
Black Ink, keep it real. They be watching that ratchet shit too.
Yeah, I actually had a party on Black Ink and I was in my Dom gear as well. And
So what happened with Black Ink?
What can you tell us?
So you said you didn't get paid.
Without really getting into too much that you don't want to
They owe me money. And you ever seen somebody like going around like flossing, like new cars, he's opening shops in different states. You ever seen like people buy, I don't care if you buy a stick of gum and you owe me money, where's my money?
Gum.
Run me my money.
A stick of gum. And it's not, and I want to see black men win, you know what I mean? I want to see black boy joy. I like to see black men smile. I love to see black men like build and own things because, society has like cards stacked against us, that shit is so real. But if you're going to be a black business owner, you got to respect your own people. If you want respect as a black man, you can't down a black woman or not pay her. And that's what he did to me. I don't respect that shit.
That's crazy. How much he owe you?
Shit. How much does he owe like over 20 people that filed things against him? Let's talk about that.
Shit, I got to do some research.
Yeah. There's a lot of
400 times foot?
Oh, shit.
He owes a lot of people money. But the thing is like
5,600.
I'm going to be honest because, again, I don't just like bashing people. You know what I mean? I'm going to be fair and I'm not going to just stack cards against him. I don't think some of the promises that were made by some of his staff or managers or even his own assistant, whatever, I don't think he knows about some of them.
Right.
So I think he owes people money. There's a former employee that explained her situation to me because she wants to file some shit. Mm-hmm. I said, I don't know about that because the story sounds funny, but her story is that she had an agreement with one of the managers and he's on the show that she had an agreement with the manager of the shop. He said he would pay her. Caesar knew nothing about it because he was traveling and doing all this other stuff. And now she wants to bring a suit against the shop. Caesar, she admitted, did not know about that. So I don't think it's fair to say that it's just Caesar. I think everybody has to be accountable though. But if you own a company, it's good that you have good communication, so all of you know what's going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that still falls on Caesar because he's the owner. If you have, agreements with different people, I'm going to pay you this, I'm going to pay you this. If you build this website, I'm going to pay you this. If you fix the ceiling because there's a leak, I'm going to pay you this. And then you start not paying people, you're going to piss a lot of people off.
Right. And then it all comes out at some point.
I don't play that.
And it comes out, and people are not going to just sit by like myself and just be quiet about it anymore.
He deserves a flogging. That costs money too, though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he would have to pay. Just like, yes, run my money.
Now, is there anything anybody's asked you to do, Venus, that you've said no? Like, give me some examples of what you not with. I know you don't like to shit on people, but
I don't like to stick a shit on people.
What about peeing?
I plead the fifth.
Yes. Okay, so you'll pee on someone. All right, so what else? Let's get Buddha back in here. No.
What I wouldn't do,
my man Buddha like that.
What I wouldn't do, I don't know. I'm just an overall just perv and freak. And when I say perv,
would
for
you
other
fist
adults,
somebody in the ass?
What
fist?
I what?
Fist.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Why
you
not?
have.
It's fun sometimes when you get.
Can you get it all the way to the elbow ever?
Yeah,
that doesn't.
I've had whole tea parties and parties. I've had parties, just for other women, and a bunch of girls show up, and then there's a guy there. We just all kind of
gangbang him,
fisting.
We
him?
just abuse him, but it's consensual. He wants it. He wants a bunch of women's attention, and so we put him in the middle room as a centerpiece. He gets all of our drinks. Then you got another submissive, kind of giving everyone massages, those kind of things. Yeah.
Has anyone ever had to go to the hospital?
Why am I burping so much? What is going on here? Have I ever what?
Had to send anybody to the hospital?
No. Actually, those burps, I just lost money because of that. Because, somebody would have paid for me to burp in their face.
Ah, shit. Giving out these burps for free.
Well, damn.
I would have been broke. I can't make myself.
So wait, somebody's paid you to burp in their face?
Yeah, fart in their face and everything, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How can you make yourself fart?
Chipotle.
What if you sharted by accident?
What if I sharted by accident?
That's nasty.
Oh, shit.
That would be his problem, no shit.
He'd probably be like, I pay extra.
You shitted on somebody before.
She said no.
No, she said no.
She said you gotta
but
pay
she's
extra.
farted.
Okay.
But there's doo-doo remnants when you fart.
No.
This is nasty.
Don't tell me these things. No.
I can't make myself fart.
Me either.
Yeah. And sometimes I can't make myself not fart.
What about ball busting? Because I have this guy. It has to be one guy that just makes mad different profiles. Because I don't believe everybody.
Oh, yeah. I've responded to him for you.
She responded to him. He makes all these different fucking
Wait,
profiles.
who? What?
He talks about ball busting. He sends me pictures. He makes different names. It's on Snapchat, IG, everything. He's like, L'Oreal, please, I just want you to bust my balls. What the fuck is ball busting, and why won't he leave me alone?
Ball busting is basically kicking someone in the nuts over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until he can't take it anymore.
Why does he want that?
He wants you to pay. He want to pay you to do it.
Because I'm going to explain CBT and ball busting and all that with the genitals for a lot of cis men, right? So for a lot of men, they are told their power is rooted in their genitals. Because I have a dick and because I have balls, I am more powerful than you or you. You know what I mean?
That's why they say he's got some balls on him.
He's got some balls on him. You know what I mean? Those kind of comments, they came from somewhere, So when they know their power is rooted in their balls and they want to give their power to, let's say you or whatever, they want you to abuse that. They want you to attack their power because they don't want it anymore. It's also a pressure. If you are told your whole life, you got to be the head of household, you got to be the head of this, but in your mind, in your spirit, you're like, no, I kind of just want a girl that's more stronger than me or more powerful than me. It's I want to give you all my power and I need to prove to you and make you feel secure that I'm not just here to take from you. So yeah, punch me in the balls. Do whatever you want to me.
Just give me a credit card. You ain't got to do that. That's power right there. You giving me control of all your money. That's different. Yeah. I don't want to have to kick somebody in the balls over and over and over.
What if they were paying you?
I'll take it.
I'll do it.
I'll do it then.
Okay, fine. Aside from
him, respond, what's your budget?
Yo.
What did we say to him? We said all kind of shit to him, and he just won't go away.
But aside from just transactional, with money, right? What if this was your boyfriend? You were together 4, 5, 6 years, and he one day says, "Oh, babe, I'm interested in kicking me in the balls or whatever."
You better
wanna try it.
I don't know. I think that would low key turn me off.
It might or it might
and
not.
that's your right.
See, I can understand doing it for like a job, but like me looking at him like, yo, this is really the guy that I'm with, and he wants me to keep kicking him in the balls till they break. Like, no, I gotta fuck that dick later.
Nobody said that.
Like,
I don't know.
I mean, because if you keep kicking somebody,
the goal is
in
also
the
not to
ball,
go to jail, you know? Like,
yeah, but if you do it even once, it hurts really bad. So I can only imagine if you keep doing it over and over. And like, I don't want to break the dick that I want to suck later or fuck later. Like,
You could, that's what you're supposed to do. Break it and then nurse it back to him.
That's hilarious. I mean, I think I don't know. I think like stuff like that actually turns me on.
For real?
Yeah. I like seeing a man being able to be secure enough as a man and his masculinity to give his power over to me.
Have you ever tied somebody's balls in a knot or something like that?
And a knot, I haven't had anyone's balls long enough to be able to do it, but if I could, I would.
droopy ass balls.
I would if I could. Oh my
What's the
gosh.
smallest dick you ever seen?
Oh my gosh. There was one that didn't even like come out of.
It was like a belly button.
It was like a belly button. It was like a little belly button.
Like a
and
little
he was
infant.
hard. And when he came, it shot out so far. And I'm like, you have nothing there and it just shoots out.
Kelly Provocateur probably got more than him.
Yeah?
Right.
She
Who?
our friend Kelly
Provocateur.
Provocateur.
She has a big clit. That's
It's like
looks
3
like
inches.
Oh yeah, it looks like an enlarged
Yeah,
clitoris. Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Do any of your subs have that? Is like any of the women have like a big clit like that?
Any of the women?
that you dominate?
Like, her clit is
Yeah.
huge.
That you were like, wait a minute, is this a?
You find,
Oof.
do you find that most of your clients have small dicks?
No.
Because I kind of think that maybe like little dick guys like that shit.
A lot of them have big dicks.
Wow. BDE, big dick energy.
Hey.
A lot of big black dicks. A lot of big rich
Black inks.
rapper black dicks.
Ooh, rappers.
Oh.
I'd be interested
Rapper,
to know
she
what
said.
A lot of
rappers are-
young money black dicks.
Oh, okay. Well, I already know who
shit.
it is right,
All right,
there.
then.
We know the main.
Nice
guy.
for what?
You'll be surprised. It's probably not who you're thinking.
Oh, I know he doing something too. Got to be. Oh, we don't want no smoke.
What? That's crazy. Look at her chewing.
Chewing ice.
All right, so what else about Black Ink? Is that all resolved? Like, are you in the process of resolving that? Are you suing? What's happening?
I'm not going to comment too much about like the actions that I'm taking. What I will say is that you go around doing a lot of really nasty things to people, not paying them. There was another situation that happened when I was there. So it's a lot of tea behind like a lot of this filming shit, right? Reality, for the most part, a lot of it's not real. I think like most people know that, but the public, for some reason, they still believe, you know that.
Yeah.
A lot of people believe this shit is like real. It's like everything, whatever. I think I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong. There was a situation between you and someone else over their lyrics about light skin is better. Or whatever.
Oh, consequence.
Yeah.
You talked about colorism, and I actually commend you for doing that.
Thank
okay?
you.
So I think there aren't enough people that are in positions of power that correct other Black people when they're a colorist. You know what I mean? When there's colorism happening. And that's basically what happened to me. I was told I'm too fat and I'm too dark-skinned to be on Black Ink.
What?
Oh wow.
And the only person that stood up for me was Duchess. She's the only one. She went off on production for 3 days straight. She's the only one. And everybody heard it or heard about it if they weren't there that day during filming, and they did nothing. Production apologized to me. They tried to make it right because I actually recorded it.
Oh, yes, girl. You about to get that coin.
So wait, somebody really said that you were too dark-skinned and too big?
That I was too fat. And Kit, no offense to Kit, I like Kit. No offense to her. Again, if she takes this left, then I'll go with you. But Kit was my replacement on the show. Kit was supposed to be the more attractive, lighter-skinned version of me to be on the show.
So you were supposed to be a regular.
I was the regular. I was the person working every day doing what Kit was doing, a little bit more because I was actually a manager. But I was the person doing all of that. And I was just basically told, like, she has a better body, better face, and she's lighter skinned, and she's going to appeal to more people. And they told me, don't take it personal. To be honest, at the time, I kind of did, because how do you tell someone that without them getting, like...
crazy.
That's personal.
Yeah,
that is personal.
And I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not happy here anyway. So I know, like, eventually I'm not going to want to be here. So let me just stick this out. I was in my last year of college at that time. So I'm like, okay, let me just finish college. Let me finish paying off some of this debt with this money that they say they're going to give me. and get the fuck up out of here because they're on some bullshit right now. And I spoke to Caesar, me and the other manager at the time, which is a lot of tea with him too, but he is not as bad of a person as I thought he was because Caesar put a lot of his staff against each other. It was a really crazy work environment, especially with the filming, and they want certain things for like entertainment purposes.
What do you want to see happen?
I want him to apologize to me. I really do. Sometimes just acknowledging the hurt that you caused somebody else is enough. Like I said, I don't like dragging people. It's not in my nature. It's not in my nature to just be like, oh, Caesar, 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 just for like any kind of come up. But if you constantly hurt somebody and then run around in the streets talking about, oh, she lied about somewhere that she worked before and that's why we fired her. Oh, she lied about who she was and that's why we fired her. The only reason I got fired from that job is because I asked for the money that they owed me and then I got fired 2 days later. Right. That's what happened.
Right.
If he wants to be real about it. And then it was a big deal, production tried to get me, out of there too because I told them I recorded everything that was said to me. You can't say...
So you still have that?
Girl, that's about to be the whole case. When you taking us to dinner after you make all your money?
Don't try to make her your son.
It's even more to that, but some of it is important info that I can't share yet.
Okay.
But I will one day when it's over.
All said and done.
Actually in I give it like 2 months, it's gonna be done.
Good for you.
Damn.
Yeah.
But you're making way more money now than you would have there.
Oh, are you kidding me? Like nobody makes money there. He takes all the money from everybody, even the artists.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah.
All right. So financially, you are set, straight,
I'm okay.
Good to go.
I'm good. Yeah. But I still want the money I work for.
No, I'm just asking like now, doing what you
she
do.
got a bunch of submissives that's doing everything she needs to do.
Yeah.
So what's the aim? How much longer do you see yourself doing this? Like you could do this forever.
I can see myself having like submissives for a long time. I can see myself like always being served by somebody because I'm used to it now. I think like at a certain point when like I'm gonna be 28. You know what I mean? I've been doing this since I was 19 years old. I've been having men in and out of my life doing things for me, picking me up. Like I said, doing my laundry, cooking for me, sweeping, on their hands and knees, making them scrub toilets with toothbrushes and shit.
Damn. Can they come to my house?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think some cleaning need done. They can walk my
How's
dog.
your relationship status been?
My relationships, I think, I'm going to be honest, I do think being a dominatrix and being like a dom has changed my relationships. And
Good or bad?
Both, in a way. It's harder for me to find relationships that I take serious. And that's only because when I meet men that bring nothing to the table but expect the woman to have everything set, I don't respect them. Right. It's like they want the woman to, oh, you got your finances together, make sure you got your own money because I don't want to spend all my money. If we go on a date, we got to go Dutch. But then when you look at the man and what he's actually bringing to the table, that means something, as opposed to the life that I live where I have men just giving me stuff and doing things for me because I'm a woman and I just exist. I kind of look at these men like, why are you here? Like, what are you doing?
So if you met a guy that completely swept you off your feet and was able to provide all the things that your subs did, but he told you that he wanted you to stop with all of your subs,
I would.
You do it?
You would stop?
Yeah.
Because he gonna take care of her, so it ain't like she got to do it.
And then he would have to be my sub too.
Yeah.
No shade. If you're gonna tell me to get rid of the whole life that I had when you met me that way, then you better be able to match all of it. If he can match all of it, then yeah, I will give it up. Why not? I'm not going to be like 100 years old doing this.
Have you ever fell in love with one of your subs?
Yes.
At all? Yes?
Yeah.
And what happened?
And we lived together and it was very, very nice until he realized that he was more of a dom actually. And that it wasn't for him. We're still friends to this day. He still comes to my events. He still supports me. He promotes some of my events with me.
Oh, that's good.
So we have a really good relationship.
Do they get jealous of each other? Like
who? The subs?
Your subs?
Yeah. That's actually a good question. Yeah,
they fight it out. Gladiators.
And like, what do they have other doms or it's just one dom?
So every dom has like their own protocol, what we call, or rules. My protocol is if you're serving me, you're only serving me. I don't want to share my time with other doms, share you with other doms unless I explicitly say, we have like a little program where we lend out subs to other women.
Right.
So if you need your house clean.
Yeah, I need my house clean.
I need 2 people to clean my house. I got something going on. I have a photo shoot. Hey, listen, I have sub number 1, sub number 2. I can show you right now on my phone.
I do need my house
This is
clean.
better than donkeys and monkeys.
Well, can they come fix the AC?
AC
Right.
up in
His
here.
AC is not working.
You got any HVAC specialists in your
So, like, for example,
repertoire?
Okay.
I'll
Oh,
call
look at this slave.
Slave Jack.
Slave Jack.
I'll be like, and remember the difference between
A
like a
slave.
slave and a
Yeah.
submissive. A
The
slave
can't
has
say no.
They can say no because we still have
Legally,
laws.
Yeah.
Right.
But he shouldn't.
But they right.
I learned so much today.
I know.
So I'll be like, hey Jack, get your ass over here. I got stuff I want to do. I got, things that need to be swept. Listen, I'm at work. I don't know what to do. Well, leave.
Yeah. Let me go get this No, you pick up the fabuloso.
Your dad tell him to leave. How he gonna pay you if he don't got no job?
Figure it out. It's not my problem.
Right.
Oh,
You
shit.
better make up an
It's not my
excuse.
problem.
He about to start selling.
My
his
butt hurts.
ass.
I gotta go.
And let me say this. I'm not just like telling people to quit their jobs and get fired and stuff. When we had remember when I said the negotiations, we talked about all of that. When are you available?
You agreed.
Between
Right.
what hours and what hours?
Right, and what
If you
days.
exactly. So if I say, when are you available, and you tell me between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m.
Better be
and I
ready.
call you at 6 p.m.
You
on
better
the
be
day,
ready, yeah.
You better be ready. And if you say, I have to
So
do
they like on
something,
call.
I have to do something for my, I got to do something. I want time for myself. You don't have time for yourself. This is what you told me.
It's
So
like
you
working at
either-
the juice bar.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
I don't play that shit. I'm like, you better be here at 1 o'clock.
You said you were available.
You said
Hey, you know me.
this time. I'm not even going into a whole argument. I don't argue with my slaves at all. I don't argue with none of
Nah,
them.
I hear you.
Listen, I said what I said. Either you're going to come or you're going to get replaced.
Damn.
Okay, mistress, I'm on my way. Thank you. If you're not, I really can't make it. I'm so sorry. Great. Find another mistress. Hang up on them. The end. And then I find another one.
Well, who else need their damn house clean?
I know motherfuckers better start calling me mistress. So this
Gigi, we could have had some of the slaves come help you move.
I like that.
Goddess.
I like that.
I could have used some help.
The
I know.
devout one, beautiful one. You
Oh
can
my God.
choose whatever name you
What
want.
if we had some of the subs work at the juice bar?
Yes, let's have them.
And we don't got to pay them.
Wait, what juice bar?
The juice bar, I own a juice bar in
Oh,
Brooklyn.
nice. Very nice. Oh.
Let them come and clean.
Yeah, we have some things that need fixing.
let them come, let them clean.
They just got to be handy.
Let them hand out flyers outside the
Yes, we
with,
need
with,
that.
with a little collar on.
They could give out samples in the front.
Yeah,
All
why not?
Can you imagine?
Yes.
All right, well, listen, Venus, we thank you so much for coming through. This was very
Absolutely.
eye-opening and educational.
Very
I
informative.
know Buddha's about to go request some shit. He's probably waiting outside the studio for
And they
you.
just started following you on Instagram.
Oh, on Instagram, I'm Spread Entertainment Events, or you can just type in Venus Cuffs and I'll pop up.
Okay. They got
Not literally.
Venus Cuffs. Venus Cuffs.
All right, Venus, we thank you so much. We're going to follow up with you, too, and find out what happens with your Get Your Money from Black Ink.
Yeah, they need to start paying.
She said, yeah.
Get
Venus
your money.
Oh, shit. All right, lip service.